Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to six, and the general manager of Dan Cummins Chevrolet Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealer in the United States of America. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Dude, I'm jacked up about today's episode. I hope you're jacked up about today's episode because today is Monday, October 15th, 2018. That's right, Monday, October 15th, 2018. The first and last time it will ever be Monday. First and last time it'll ever be Monday, October 15th, 2018. So we need to make sure, we have got to make sure to make this the absolute best day humanly possible. And what better way to start the day than celebrating our 200th episode? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I can't even believe it. 200 episodes of Hashtag Rise and Grind. That's how many we've put out already. That's how many times I've jumped in this little closet that we call the studio, and we've gone live 200 times. Can you believe it? And I've got the most incredible show for you today. For our 200th episode, I am going to bring it like it's never been brought in before. I'm going to bring something to you today. You guys are going to absolutely love it. But it's pretty much unreal, man. We have had 200 episodes. 200 episodes that have been motivational, 200 episodes that have been inspirational, 200 episodes that have been educational, right? Motivation, education, inspiration. That's what we've been coming together for. That's what we've been doing. We've had 200 episodes. 200 episodes that started with just like a couple people. Man, it started with just a couple people up here in the group. You know, there was a few people in the group. There was a couple people on the show. And now there's what? There's already 61 people in here this morning, and there's going to be more because I'm bringing it today. And whenever I bring it with the massive, incredible content, we always get massive, incredible numbers. And I would love for my 200th episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind to be the most viewed and the most watched episode. I would love to have the most people in here humanly possible. So we got to make sure we get everybody in here. But listen, we're talking 200 episodes. Do you realize how many episodes that is? 200 episodes, and it all started just like this. Watch this. This is episode 1.
Man, that light is bright. Man, I got a bright sticking light in this studio, man. It's like kind of at an angle. It's weird this morning, but hey guys, good morning. Glenn Lundy hanging out. It is 5:30 in the morning, and I wanted to hop on here live and see who else is up. My gosh, I need a shower. But I wanted to see who else is up and who else is grinding. Frank Cranite just popped in here. RC Hazard just popped in here. Heather Toomey, Adam Jaramillo all the way out there in Arizona. What's up, Rick? Hey, guys, you guys are all my rising grinders, man. This is the early morning crew. 5:33, that's right, Rick, man. I'm sorry, I'm about 3 minutes late. I meant to kick this off right at 5:30. RC Hazard, cracking eggs and making ideas. That's my man. But, yeah, here's what I was thinking, man. It's crazy how this kind of came together. Yesterday at work, my buddy Robbie Toomey, it's a guy that I've been working with for a while. Yesterday at work, he mentioned that he was wanting, he was waiting for me to go live again at 5:30 in the morning. I was like, what are you talking about? And he reminded me that I had gone live, I don't know, a few months back, gone live at 5:30 in the morning, just talking about early risers, rising and grinding. And my intention at that point was to do this a little bit more often. There's a group of us that get up early and kick off the day. And why do we have to wait until 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, until everybody else gets up to get some good stuff going? So I thought what I will do is I'll commit to a little bit of accountability, and I'll jump on here 5:30 in the morning. I'll just jump on here every day. There won't be a ton of us in this group because there aren't a ton of us that can get up this early. Yeah, I saw Frank Cranite was in here. There's not a ton of us that get up this early and grind like this. But for those of us that do get together and grind early in the morning, my man Sean Hayes just popped in here. He was grinding before I was this morning. There's my boy George right there.
Check that out, man. So that's where it all started. That was episode 1. That's crazy looking back and watching that, especially, it's just crazy looking back and watching that, especially since yesterday I was on the phone with Eric Thomas. That's right. You just saw episode 1, and here we are 10 months later. Yesterday, I was on the phone with Eric Thomas. Me and Dave and Sean and actually Janelle, we were on the phone with Eric Thomas talking about some things that we can do in the future, man. And it's just amazing. It's amazing because a lot has transpired in 10 months, right? I thought there'd only be a few people on the show. We got 76 people on the show right now and climbing for what's going to be the most viewed episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind. But think about that. Think about what's transpired in the last 10 months, man. Think about all the relationships that have been created in the last 10 months. I know so many more people than I knew 10 months ago. Incredible relationships. I now have relationships, a deep relationship with Danelle Delgado. She's a great friend of mine. And Sean Hayes and Dave Benson. And, of course, now we're developing a relationship with Mr. Eric Thomas, and then all of you guys, all my Rise and Grind crew, which I'm going to say good morning to all of you guys here in a while. But we've had a lot of relationships have been created since we started the show 200 episodes ago. We've made some show enhancements. One thing that I've always kept is this chalkboard back here. And I'll tell you why. I keep the chalkboard back here because no matter how big Hashtag Rise and Grind gets, I always want to remember that we started in a closet with a chalkboard. Right? I always want to remember that we started in a closet with a chalkboard. No matter how big it gets, no matter how many people we get in here, I'm on a mission. My goal is to make this the #1 most watched show in America or in the world. And so I'm always going to keep the chalkboard. Keep just remembering my roots, man. But look at all the lives that have been changed since we started this show 200 episodes ago. All the lives have changed. People that have moved across the country, people that have quit smoking, people that have changed their health, that have dedicated themselves to their careers in different ways. It's crazy, right? It's crazy how many things have changed in just 10 months. So much has happened in such a short amount of time. We've had these conferences. We had the Rise and Grind conference, right? We had the Hustle and Grind conference. We've had amazing guests. We've had all kinds of different guests on here on Fridays. We've brought people into the Rise and Grind. It's been absolutely incredible. We've got a clothing line, right? We've got the clothing line. We rise by lifting others, and our cross, our hashtag Rise and Grind. All of that stuff, dude. It's been absolutely unbelievable. It truly has been absolutely unbelievable. 200 episodes, 10 months, everything that's happened since January 6th, that guy you just saw in a closet, till now. It's been crazy. But listen, through all of it, I think the reason that we've grown, I think the reason this has grown so big, I think the reason we now have 30,000 members in the group, I think the reason we have so many people that watch the show every single morning, I think the reason is because through it all, we've grown in body, mind, and spirit, right? Through it all, we've grown in the 3 areas, body, mind, and spirit. We're taking better care of ourselves physically. We're taking better care of ourselves spiritually. We're taking better care of ourselves mentally, right? We're doing all these things, and we're able to do this all while we've kept the same very clear message. We've kept the same very clear message. You guys maybe didn't even know that we were keeping the same very clear message, but we've kept the same very clear message. It's always about living out God's plan for each of us. It's always been about living out God's plan for each of us. Listen, Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Listen, we are going to dive into that a little bit. We're going to dive into the plan. We're going to dive into all this happened. We're going to dive into it. But of course, before we do that, you know what we got to do. You know what we got to do, because that's what we do. You know we got to do a little dancing while I say good morning to you guys. Check it out, man. This is episode 200. And I need you guys to do me a favor. This is the part of the show where I don't care if you've been here before or maybe this is your first time, but this is the part of the show where we need you to hit that share button. I need you to hit that share button. That's right. Let's go. This is the part of the show where we get the beat going. We get our bodies moving. We get our juices flowing. This This is the part of the show where I say good morning to you and you say good morning to me. So everybody, good morning to Fadi Mustafa. Good morning, Ann Gilbert. Good morning, Kelly Taylor and Josh Gay. Good morning, my man Sean Hayes. Good morning, Josh. Oh, what's up, Ollie? What's up, Josh Tipton? What's up, Melissa Jones? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Daryl Larson's up in here. Anthony Santangelo's up in here. Everybody, Keith McKenzie. I'm loving it. Gail Beecraft, John Allen, Pam Biddle, Stephanie Scott. Everybody's in here. Ray Hatcher's up in here. Daniel Hatton's up in here. Everybody. Nikki Everett, Beth Workman, Stephen Jones. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody get up down here on a Monday morning on the 200th episode. Hashtag Rise and Grind. Tony Tito Washington's up in here. AJ Schultz is up in here. Man, we got to get this rolling. We're going to run over. We got to get this rolling. You guys feel it? Are you feeling the energy? I'm feeling the energy. I'm feeling the energy this Monday morning. Listen, I spent a short period of my time homeless, okay? My time on this earth, there was a period of my life where I was homeless, okay? And when I did, the thing that I remember most about being homeless, the thing that impacted me the most about being homeless is I had this feeling of hopelessness, right? I just felt absolutely hopeless. I felt alone, hopeless, and I just had nothing to look forward to. I had nothing to look forward to at all. I felt hopeless and I felt like I had absolutely no future, right? I felt hopeless and like I had no future. And those feelings of hopelessness, those feelings where I felt like I had no future, they caused me to try and drown myself in the ocean. Okay? I tried to drown myself. I tried to kill myself because I felt hopeless, because I felt like I had no future. And now, I need everybody to understand that in my case, it was extreme. It was an extreme hopelessness and this extreme idea that I had no future. In my case, it was extreme, and I went to extremes to try to squash those feelings of hopelessness. I went to extreme measures, okay? Extreme measures. And for all of us, for everybody in here, I'm sure at some point you felt hopeless or maybe like there was no future. I'm sure all of us have felt it at some point. And that's what leads us to like drink heavily, right? For some of us, it leads us to drink heavily. For some of us, it leads us to drug heavily. For some of us, it leads us to underperform at work, right? For some of us, it's why we cheat on our wives. For some of us, it's why we get depressed. For some of us, it's why we drown ourselves in TV or Netflix or in phones, right? It can show itself in so many ways. This hopelessness, right? This thought that there's no future. And see, that's why I created hashtag Rise and Grind. 200 episodes on January 6th. It's twofold. I wanted to give you something to look forward to tomorrow, right? I wanted to give you something to look forward to, some hope, right? I wanted to feed you some hope and change the way you start your day, which would give you plans to prosper in the future. Does that make sense? I wanted to give you hope. Okay, I have something to look forward to tomorrow. I'm a part of this group. They're all going to be there for me tomorrow. I can count on that happening. I am not alone, so I wanted to give you hope for tomorrow. And then I also wanted to help give you plans for the future, plans for you to prosper in the future by changing the way that you start their day. Because listen, it's what we're all called to do. See, by coming together in a group, we can lift each other up, right? By coming together in a group, we can hold each other accountable. By coming together in a group, we all know that we can rely on each other and not be alone, which is what I wanted to eradicate. I wanted to eradicate that aloneness. I wanted to give you hope. I wanted to give you plans to prosper in the future. That's what we're called to do. Lift each other up and make each other stronger. I think we've done that. I think that we've done that here in this group, man. I don't know about you guys, but I think that we've done that. I know that I am stronger. I am stronger spiritually. I am stronger physically. I am stronger mentally. I am stronger in all those areas. And most importantly, I am stronger relationally. I am so much stronger relationally. What started with me in a closet alone has become a massive online family. Look at all of these people. Look at all of these relationships. Look at all of the connections that we made. Look at all these people from all different walks of life that have come together, man. They've all come together. And it was pretty much all online there for a while. It was just this online community of all these different people, man. All these different people. Look at these pictures of these beautiful human beings that have all come together. And it was all pretty much just online until recently, right? Recently, we started to have some events like the hashtag Rise and Grind event. And we had the Hustle and Grind conference. We started to have these different events, right? And we started to take all these beautiful people from all over the world, and we started to pull them together. We started to get, instead of being an online community, we started becoming an offline community, like an in the flesh offline community of people that are all coming together outside of this little box and starting to make an impact on this planet, right? We started to do it in the flesh, and it's truly been a miracle, man. It's been an absolute miracle what we've been able to do with this group, hashtag Rise and Grind. Amazing the community that we've created. Amazing the way that we've grown. It's amazing. And see, it's just, I'm stumbling over my words because I'm getting a little bit emotional and I'm trying not to. But you guys have no idea what you mean to me. You have no idea what this group means to me. You have no idea what you've done in my life. You've done so much in my life, man. You've done so much in my life. And see, I was sitting there at this conference, right? I'm sitting there and Eric Thomas is on the stage. I'm at this conference and Eric Thomas is like, you think you're doing good? You know how he talks. He's like, you think you're doing good because you taking care of your family? I'm like, yeah, that's right. I'm taking care of my family. I'm doing big things, right? I've got Rise and Grind. I've got the dealership. Like, I'm doing big things. He's like, bro, you're supposed to take care of your family. That's what you're supposed to do. If you're taking care of your family and you're taking care of your kids and you're taking care of those close to you, that's what you're supposed to do. He said, if you want to do something great, when you do something great, that's when you can feed 100 families. When you can take care of 100 families, that's when you know you're doing something great. And that has resonated with me. That has resonated with me since that conference. I'm sitting here thinking, I thought I was doing something big. I thought we were doing something good. And we have. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to take away from what we've done with this group. But we now have something. We have all of these people that have come together in such a powerful way that we can now take hashtag Rise and Grind to the next level, which is we're going to take hashtag Rise and Grind offline. This is an online community that we are now going to take offline. Do you understand? We went offline with the Hustle and Grind Con. We went offline with hashtag Rise and Grind, but we're getting ready to go offline and make an impact on this planet. Do you understand? Eric Thomas said, you're really doing something when you can feed 100 families. You're really doing something when you can feed 100 families. Well, I believe we are doing something in this group. And so I believe that we can feed 100 families. I believe that we can feed probably more than 100 families. But I'm going to call this group into action right now. We're going to propel this group to the next level. We're going to propel this group into action. We've got Christmas coming up. We've got Christmas right around the corner, right? We've got Christmas right around the corner, and we have people in this group from all 50 states and from other places all around the country. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to feed 100 families this Christmas. The hashtag Rise and Grind group, all these beautiful people that I was showing you the pictures of earlier, all of this people, all you, me, all of us, we are going to get together offline, and we're going to feed 100 families for Christmas. Here's how it works. I need you to go, as soon as you get off the show, I need you to go to glennlundy.com, okay? I need you to go to glennlundy.com, and right there on the main page, you're going to see a registration thing. You're going to see you just put in your name, your email address, and I want you to message my wife. Those are going directly to my wife. She's going to manage all this. You put your name, you put your email, and you put what state you are committing to feed a family from. And I'm letting you guys know about this now. That way you have 2 months, because I know everybody's financial situations are whatever, but that way we can get it all organized, and we're going to take hashtag Rise and Grind offline. We're going to go out into the communities and we're going to feed families all over this nation. That's what we're going to do. We have the power to do that because together we are powerful, and we have the ability to go out into we have the ability to go out into the communities and give people these two things. We can give them hope, and plans to prosper in the future. Hope and plans to prosper in the future. That's what we do with hashtag Rise and Grind. So I want you to go to GlennLundy.com and I want you to sign up. I want you to sign up. When you sign up, you are committing to feeding a family this Christmas. That's your commitment. I want to make sure we get all 50 states covered. Every state in the United States of America, hashtag Rise and Grind, is going to feed a family somewhere in one of those states. So I want you to hop on there and I want you to do that. Now, listen, my wife's going to organize that and make sure that we get all 50 states. Now, and keep in mind, if you register, you're committing to it. I'm talking, I want photos, I want video, I want you to go Facebook Live when you do it. You're committing to it, okay? It's a 100% commitment. Don't sign up if you can't do it. Don't sign up if you don't want to do it. Don't sign up just to feel like you're a part of something. You're only going to do it if you're going to go out and do it. You understand? That's all I'm saying. So get signed up. My wife's going to take care of that. Now, also, my wife and I, every year, we always go out. Every single year, my wife and I go out and we do Angel Tree, where you take families that can't afford gifts, we pull them off the tree, we pull one kid off the Angel Tree for every kid we have, which is going on a 7, right? So here's what we're going to do. We want to take care of a ton of families this year, not just 7. And I'm going to need your help to do that. So on top of the Feed a Family, okay, the Feed a Family is one thing. Register for that. Feed a Family. We're going to feed hundreds of families across the country. So Feed a Family is one. Register for that. Also, there is a t-shirt. You can go online, GlennLundy.com, and there you can pre-order a t-shirt. The t-shirt costs $50. It's not $50 for the t-shirt. Let me make sure that's clear. What we're going to do is you're going to order a t-shirt, pre-order a t-shirt, and the money that we get from the t-shirt sales, we're going to use that money to adopt families this Christmas and buy them gifts. So if you don't want to go feed a family, you can buy a t-shirt and you can provide gifts for a family, which my wife is going to get a team of volunteers from the hashtag Rise and Grind group. We're going to get a team of volunteers and go out and do all the shopping and give a bunch of kids a bunch of Christmas presents this Christmas. We are taking hashtag Rise and Grind to the next level, which is taking this community offline, people. We are going to take it offline. We're going to come online in the mornings. We're going to get jacked up together. We're going to get pumped up together. And then we're going to go offline out into the world and make an impact on this planet, because we have a powerful group of people. So as soon as we get off of here, you have to go to GlennLundy.com. If you haven't already shared this video, you've got to share it, because we got to get as many people over to GlennLundy.com so they can register, for that, and so that we can buy the t-shirt. I need you to go. But before you go, I want you to listen to one thing with me this morning. You ready?
When we're laying on our deathbed, you're not going to worry about how much money you had, how much power you had, how much prestige. You're going to see that that was all game, that was all an illusion. The only thing that's going to matter is the impact you had on other people's lives.
We are all on a separate journey. But the beautiful thing about our life here on this earth is at my funeral, they ain't going to talk about my success. They're going to talk about who Nick was and how Nick lived and how Nick loved and encouraged.
Success is incredibly important, but even more important than success, it's having an impact. It's knowing you haven't walked the planet in vain. It's knowing that because you've been here, you've blessed lives, you've developed people, and you have made the world a better place.
The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart, and all that will be left of you is what was in your heart.
Life is a mirror. And life gives us not what we want. Life gives us who we are. When you were born, you cried while the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a way that when you die, the world cries while you rejoice.
Listen, my friends, you are an amazing human being. Do you understand that? Uniquely made by the God of the universe, the God that created everything. He created you to be the absolute best version of you that you can possibly be. And so you're already making some good decisions. You're in the group, #Rise and Grind. You're going out and with all of your posts and your comments and your smiles and everything online, you're making an impact in people's lives. And now we're going to take that. We're going to take this online community that we created 200 episodes ago. This online community that just started in a closet with a dude that was like cold and had no idea what the heck he was doing. And it started 200 episodes ago, 10 months ago. We're going to take that offline. We're going to take that to the next level. We're going to feed at least 100 families. We're going to provide gifts for as many families as we possibly can. We're going to take this community that we created, all these beautiful people, all these amazing individuals, uniquely made by the God of the universe. We're going to pull them together in such a powerful way that we can give people hope, and plans for them to prosper into the future. This is what you're a part of. This is what #Rise and Grind has always been all about, always. So listen, I need you to understand that I am so thankful for you, like beyond thankful for you. I can't even tell you what you've done in my life. I can't even tell you. I'm just so thankful for you. So go to glennlundy.com, sign up, and just know that I love you guys, man. I love you. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you guys. Make sure you hit that share button. Make sure you invite people to #Rise and Grind. And most importantly, will you come back here tomorrow? Will you come back here tomorrow so we can have episode 201? Will you come back here tomorrow again at 5:30 a.m. as we #Rise and Grind? Head over to glennlundy.com right now. Get registered to feed a family for your state, or hop on there and buy a shirt, or you can do both. Pre-order your shirts, and we're gonna go out there and do something powerful on this planet. Love you guys. Have an incredible day. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. at #Rise and Grind.